Good morning. Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis, and we're live from the HCCTV studios this morning. Good to have you with us on the show. We've got a great lineup for you coming your way. But first, my co-host joining me on Tuesdays now, Diana Barrero Burgos, and she is the communications director at HCC Southeast College. Diana, welcome back to the show. I know you guys are all busy out there with the start of the semester.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me back, Todd. We are so excited. We love seeing our parking lots full of wonderful, smiley students every single day coming here to Southeast. We've had a wonderful welcome back week for the fall semester. Our students are ready to learn and get their careers going.
Well, we are excited to start the semester. And if you didn't get a chance to register for the beginning of the fall, we've got second start opportunities coming your way. We'll talk more about that later in the show. It's Tasty Tuesday, waiting on our Tasty Tuesday guest to join us, hopefully momentarily. But Diana, you've got a very special guest who's going to be talking about HCC's auditions that are coming up.
I know, I'm so excited. I don't know if you remember, Todd, but I just recently had a documentary done, and this guest is just so amazing, and I can't wait to tell her a little bit more about my documentary, maybe in another conversation that we have. But definitely, Miss Debra Schultz is going to be with us this morning, so I'm excited to get to ask her a couple of questions.
All right, so we're looking forward to hearing all about it. Diana, why don't you go ahead and take it away?
Okay, well, just everybody remember, we are live on HCCTV. We're live on our Facebook and YouTube channels. So don't forget to log in. We're also on X and LinkedIn and on HCCTV at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. So don't forget that, guys. So come and join us. Okay, so I'm going to have the honor to introduce Miss Debra Schultz. She's the program coordinator for the drama department of our Media, Performing, and Visual Arts COE. Hi, Debra. How are you? Good to see you again.
Good morning. Thank you for having us on today, because it's an exciting start of an exciting semester.
Of course, of course, of course. Okay, so I have to ask you, before we get into tonight's open call on the stage and backstage talent, can you give us a general description of the drama department?
The HCC Drama Department is a full-fledged, functioning, producing drama program. We are actually one of the few drama programs in the state of Texas where students can get an AA in drama. It's not a multidisciplinary degree. It is actually a drama degree. And within that, we actually have 3 tracks. So students can really get set on what it is they want to do. So for those who want to act and direct, we have a performance track. Our backstage technicians learn a whole different set of skills on the technical track. And then for those students who want to do either arts management or theater education, we have a general track. So we have a wide breadth and depth and diversity of classes that really speak to what the students want to do when they leave here. We want to get them on the right pathway so that they can move seamlessly into their next position, whether that's transferring to a 4-year school or going right out into the industry.
Wonderful. Oh, wow, that's really cool. So, hey, guys, don't forget, this program is gold. But tell us a little bit about what you call the nature of collaborative art of theater. What does that mean?
Theater in and of itself cannot be done in a vacuum. It is one of the few art forms that you have to rely on other people. You have writers working with directors, working with dramaturgs, working with actors, working with technicians, working with designers. This is not something you can do in a vacuum. You can go be a painter or a sculptor or a musician or even a dancer and do it on your own. In theater, we rely on other people. And even people go, oh, well, what about a one-man show? Well, a one-man show still requires a director, an actor, designers, technicians, box office staff. So it's one of the few places where we have to really come together and work as an ensemble. So it's really well suited for folks who like working in a group. Of course, like any group, sometimes the ensemble wants to disagree with itself. But ultimately, because we all have an end goal, it's all going to come out in the wash, right? The show must go on. And that collaborative nature is really important to make that happen. We can't say, oh, well, no, it's not ready. You could go to an art, you can have an artist who said, oh, well, I think it's going to be done by this day, but I need a few more weeks. When that show is going to come, we have to know that our collaboration has all worked together and that we're ready for what we said we were ready for.
Absolutely. It definitely is a team effort, and it takes a village to get theater done. I'm telling you, I was in theater before. So if you need to do the auditions, I'll go. I mean, if you don't like faculty and staff to go, I'll do it.
We absolutely can have faculty and staff come and audition for our shows. We would love for that to happen. We generally get a lot of faculty and staff in our audiences, but if you want to join our students on stage, hey, come on.
That sounds like fun. So what can the students expect this fall, starting with tonight's auditions? And can we talk a little bit about the performances?
Yeah, so we have open call auditions for all of our HCC students tonight at 7:30 at the Fine Arts building at the Stafford campus, and then again tomorrow night in Theater 1 here on the Central campus. It's for students who are non-majors. All they have to do is simply show up with their calendar, because we are going to ask them what conflicts they have. But what we really want them to do is bring their enthusiasm and energy. We want to be able to include as many non-majors as possible, just because it really does create a community across the larger student body of HCC. Obviously, all of our majors are there. And sometimes it's good for them to learn from people who are in a different focus and a different way of moving through life. If you're a geology major, you look at life differently than if you're a drama major, and that really works out well. So at tonight and tomorrow night's auditions, simply come, bring that enthusiasm. We're going to have you cold read from a series of scripts, and then we'll go from there. And cold read simply means we're going to hand you a script, we're going to give you a couple of minutes, and then you're going to come back and perform it for us. And one of the really fun things that we do during that cold read section is that we pair the non-majors with the majors, so that they actually work together in the audition, which is really fun. It's fun on both sides, and it's really nice as instructors and directors to see how much, even in the audition, a major will help a non-major or somebody who's never done this before. Because we have a lot of people who are like, I've never been on stage, I've never acted, I don't know what to do, and watch them kind of coax them through that, which is really fun. We are
auditioning, like an understudy type of thing, right?
I'm sorry?
It's kind of like an understudy.
Well, just for the audition, but we've had non-majors take on lead roles in the show, because ultimately the production is about using the best people and best resources that we have for the individual production.
I see.
And we will be auditioning for 3 separate plays. We always audition all together. So here at Central, I'm going to be directing Life is a Dream by Pedro Calderon de la Barca. We are doing it as a bilingual show, so actors will be speaking in Spanish and English throughout the production. That's really important, I think, because we have so many bilingual students. We want to afford them the opportunity to act in both languages, which is something they don't normally get to do. And then at the Spring Branch campus, we're going to be doing epic theater, Bertolt Brecht's The Caucasian Chalk Circle. So going back to that kind of theater that confronts the audience, which is something different, especially in a small space. The Spring Branch campus has a black box. So be able to challenge the audience with what the actors are presenting. And then at the Stafford campus, we're going to be doing Ken Ludwig's The Game's Afoot, which all of Ken Ludwig's shows walk that fine line between high comedy and farce. So we're offering 3 kind of completely different shows, all of which will go up in November. And hopefully I can come back and talk more about those when we get a little closer.
No, that sounds great. Actually, I'm very excited. And I know we have like a minute or so I want to make sure that we let people know how can our students go in and register. Is it too late for regular classes, or do you have some or more intensive classes later this fall? Because I think this is a great program and everyone should have to like go out and take advantage of this.
Yeah, we still have our obviously regular term classes are now in our second week, but we do have a series of Second Start as well as F8B classes. For those students who just want to kind of dunk their toe in, you can always just take a theater or film appreciation class just to see what it's all about. We have a lot of students who start there who then the next semester come back and say, well, I know it's not in my degree plan, but I really want to take acting, or I really want to be in the show. So take advantage of those. We do have some that are upcoming. Like I said, with Second Start, both some, just appreciation classes, as well as a couple of practical hands-on classes like Stagecraft 1.
You are amazing, Debra. Well, I just want to say thank you so much to you and to your whole team. And again, everyone, this is Debra Schultz, Program Coordinator for the Drama Department of the Media, Performing, and Visual Arts Center of Excellence. We will have all the info and everything and a lot more after our show. So thank you again, Debra and Todd. I know we have a very special guest, and I'm so excited because I'm hungry. You know, every Tuesday I'm always hungry. So can you take it away?
Tasty Tuesday it is, and we've got a very special guest, James Beard, semi-finalist, who was named to the Chronicle's top 10 list twice, but most importantly, his diners just love the food. Chef Kaiser Lashkari is owner of Himalaya Indo-Pakistani restaurant. Good to have you on the show, Chef. Thanks for joining us. I think we've got to get you to unmute your mic. And the chef's unmuting his mic as we speak, and we'll get him on in just a few moments. But if you haven't been to Himalaya, we were out there for a segment for our Food Without Borders show a few years back, Diana, and it is some incredible food. It's got a lot of style to the place, but the food is really the big thing there. Chef, are you able to unmute your mic?
I think he's still muted.
Okay, it's going to be a little mic button should be on the bottom left of your app, or you'll see a mic button and you'll hit that there. And
Todd,
anyway.
I was going to tell you, the Pakistani food is amazing. As a matter of fact, my neighbors are Pakistani, so I get to taste their food left and right, and I get invited to all these special events.
Got it.
It's amazing.
Here we go.
Oh, there you go.
We got it. Chef, good to have you with us on the show. Thanks for being here.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome back. So let's talk about this. You're calling your restaurant Houston's original Indo-Paki restaurant. Houston is such a melting pot. That's quite a claim. Tell us a bit about your background.
Well, the reason it's Indo-Paki is because I'm half Indian, half Pakistani. And that's why it's Indo-Pakistani food. I grew up eating food from India, and I grew up eating food from Pakistan. And when you grow up eating food from childhood, you are able to create those tastes better than anybody who is trained to do something.
And your roots go deep back in Houston. I understand you studied at U of H's Hilton College.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I came here in 81. I graduated in 86. I got my bachelor's, got my master's from Houston Baptist University, and I worked for Marriott Hotels, Hilton Hotels, Westin Hotels, and then I had a 4-year stint as a visiting professor at the Houston Community College doing teaching hotel and restaurant management. And then in 1992, I opened my first restaurant, Kaiser's, on Beechnut in Kirkwood. And after 12 years from there, I moved and I opened Himalaya in 2004. Next year, we'll be hitting our 20 years of being in business at Himalaya restaurant. Himalaya, with the grace of God, is a well-known name. We've worked very hard, and they were talking about drama before this section, and there is a little bit of drama every day in the restaurant business. You know.
Well, one thing I was always impressed with you, and we've talked before, you create all your own sauces, and that's not something you can do the day of. Some of them take, what, 3 days to create?
Yes, sir. So the marinades and the sauces are the backbone of the rest of all the food created here. And because the 3 days, people may think it's an exaggeration, but it starts from roasting spices on the griddle, then getting them to cool down, then grinding them, then putting them in a marinade, mixing it with oils, making emulsions. So it's a long drawn process, but the end result is so good that everybody says when they eat the food, they said we'll be back.
And you also have some unique items that you kind of created. Tell us a bit about a few of those.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have drawn great inspiration from Mexican food. So we have something called steak tikka in the restaurant, which is nothing but a Pakistani style, Indian style fajita, basically. But it's a cross between a fajita and a steak. It's a very well loved dish in the restaurant. It's soft, it's juicy, it's moist, it's tender. Then we have another dish called paratha diya, which is my spin on the Indian quesadilla. Okay. We offer that in vegetarian, in vegan, in lamb, chicken, or beef versions. The paratha diya is absolutely drawn from the Mexican quesadilla. Then we have something called almond flan, the almond or the almond custard. The almond custard. Every food, every cuisine has their custard. The French have the creme brulee, and the Mexicans have the flan, and the Indians have the custard. But it's basically it boils down to being a custard the way it's made. It's classic in classic Indian cooking. That's a very well loved dessert in the restaurant. Then we have mango tres leches. So I put a mango puree on the tres leches and made a mango tres leches. So we use a lot of cumin, we use a lot of coriander, the chili guajillo is very.
Looks like we lost your microphone again, Chef. We can let's see. Can we get you to unmute your mic one more time? There we go. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. Let me ask you this. You also have your own take on fried chicken there?
Yes, sir. The Himalaya fried chicken is cooked the southern way. It's dredged in flour, marinated in the buttermilk, but the spices that is marinated in are Indian spices.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah, and people love it. It's skinless, and it's pure. It's fried in pure vegetable oil. Unlike there is no lard in it. There is no skin in it, and you won't miss the skin. The way we prepare the chicken, it's moist, juicy, and doesn't have that little funky taste when chicken with a little fat on it when it's fried. It has a little aftertaste. Yeah. Our chicken doesn't have that. The chickens are 100% halal, so there's no hormones, no nothing. It's just very high quality chicken. After frying 4 chickens, we discard the oil.
Wow,
and that's the key to it. It's a very expensive process, but again, it's well worth because the people love it, and that's what we want to do: is put a smile on the people's faces.
I know another thing you do is you offer off the menu items on a weekly special. How does that work?
We have a lot of different dishes that we offer every day. Like last week, we had something called apricot chicken, which is a type of a Persian recipe. when we talk about Persian food has something called mohiche, which is a lamb shank. We offer that lamb shank in Indian and Pakistani spices, and we call it lamb shank masala and rice. And we also offer something called resha gosh, which is my take on a Cuban classic called ropa vieja, which is shredded. It's a shredded beef curry. So the menu is very diverse. I decided very early on during the restaurant, when we started the restaurant, that there were people that would come here 2 and 3 and 4 times a week, because of the location of the restaurant. It's so central. It's right bang at the corner of 59 and Hillcroft.
Yeah.
So a lot of people come here. If they come here for a quick bite, they come here for lunch, they come here in the evening with their families. They come here very often.
And you also offer a catering as well?
Yes, sir.
So you've got a catering as well. And if people want to get a hold of you, they can follow you in social media. We're going to have all of your social media information, website information in our post after the show. Chef Kaiser Lashkari with Himalaya Restaurant, Himalaya. We appreciate you joining us this morning, and continued success. That food sounds incredible.
Thank you so much for giving me the time and the opportunity. I wish you all well.
Thanks, Chef. Take care.
Thank you.
All right, Diana, sounds great, right?
Oh my gosh, I have to go. I grew up in A-Leaf.
Yeah.
So that is definitely an area that I know very well. And now that I put a name with a face, it's so awesome to see the chef and to know the type of amazing food he serves in his restaurant.
It is some incredible food. We were out there a few years ago doing an episode of Food Without Borders. So get out there, check it out. And as you heard, has some deep roots in Houston, even taught here at HCC for some time as well. So definitely worth supporting. All right, we've got some announcements to make before we do wrap up the show for today. One of them is it's ongoing right now. Path to Profession, work, study, job fairs. In fact, we've got some of our staff out there today. All of them are 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Today's is at North Line Mall. Wednesday, August the 30th, it's going to be out there east side at the Southeast College with you guys, Diana. Yes, and then Thursday, August 31st at the West Loop. So make sure you check it out. It's a great deal out there. If you want to pay for college and you want to work in maybe in your profession, you could work here at HCCTV or work for other departments around the college. The money you don't have to pay back. It is part of your funding through financial aid, and you get a chance to get some experience. So earn a few dollars. I think they pay $15 an hour. We do have openings, by the way, Diana, here at HCCTV. I don't know if you got any openings here too, Todd. Well, I was going to say, you probably got a few there too.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be one of the hiring managers. So I am so excited to hopefully get to see the talent that we have out there with in our students, of course. But we also have recipes for success. Guess what? We're hiring, we're offering all this training, and these recipes for success are virtual workshops that are beginning back again. And if you feel you can improve your skills, everyone can improve skills. And you want to join us? Absolutely, not a problem. We're here for you. The first one's going to be effective note-taking, August 29th. Jot that down. The second one is test taking and strategies. I need to do that one. A refresher. The third one that we have, the test taking and strategies is going to be August 30th. The Eagle Chat tutoring, August 30th as well. All virtual on Teams. So come and join us. We're going to have all that info after our show.
Okay, there's a faculty exhibition. The exhibition of work, the work of faculty member Sharon Worley is called Making Waves, Light and Color. It's only one of the faculty exhibitions around, only one around the district right now. It's running through October 13th, and you can view it at HCC's West Loop Gallery. Of course, it's free. Just stop on by and check it out. And there's still time to get financial aid, especially if you're looking at our second start semester.
That is true, Todd. So many people need financial aid. So come in and get that FAFSA filled out. Fall classes have begun, but you can still secure financial aid, and the FAFSA application is your first step to securing a good education. Visit HCC website to get all the information that you need on the path to success. Check out our post after the show.
Okay, got a day off coming up, 3-day weekend for faculty, staff, and students, of course. Labor Day is next week, so we'll have no Up to the Minute next Monday. It's hard to believe it's a 3-day weekend once again, but we'll take it anytime we can get it. Monday, September 4th, HCC will be closed. Get ready, enjoy your holiday, but campus operations will resume on Tuesday, September the 5th. That's right. We'll be back on next Tuesday. Up to the Minute will return to the air that day, and classes will resume as well. And speaking of classes, you may have missed the beginning of the fall semester. No problem, Diana, because Second Start is right around the corner.
That's correct. Second Start is September 18th, people. So come out here and get registered. You still have time. And we have all courses offered in person and online with a variety of course options to meet with every student's needs. To be honest with you, Todd, we have online on a schedule. Meeting time is set, and course meets online. We have the hybrid, which is the lecture class that meets partially face-to-face. I like those, by the way, and partially virtually. In-person, face-to-face courses with traditional meeting patterns, and hybrid labs, which are your lab and studio courses. And if you want to learn more about all of these programs, please come in and find us at hccs.edu/apply. So you have time, guys, September 18th.
That's right. Get it done. Okay, tomorrow on the show, Dr. Philip Nicotero returns once again. He's the president of Coleman College, and later we'll welcome Dell Technologies. More to come this week. Thanks, Diana. Thanks, everyone, for being here today. We'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m.